Today's topic is going to be about belief, challenging yourself, and taking advantage of opportunities. I would like to start out with something. What is belief to you? Like, what do you call belief? What is belief to you guys? Can some of you answer my question? Like, any of you, who wants to answer? Okay, you answer.
It's like believing, I don't know, believing like you think something is like for you. This is what life is, something like that.
Okay. Any other thing? Okay.
When you have something, everybody says it's wrong, and you think that it's right, and you do it. So this is belief.
So blind, like it's blind. You don't really know if it's true or not just because everybody else believes it, right? Okay. Okay.
My belief is if I do not visit my supervisor for this year, I will fail in my research project. So this is my
Okay, that's based on experience and also facts. Okay, so basically we have two meanings of belief. The first one we're not going to pay much attention to because the core of this speech is mostly about the second one. It's about trust, faith, and confidence, whether it's in someone or in something. I think that's great. Okay. Okay. So basically, it's about trust, faith, and confidence in something or someone, and that can be like anything you want. Some people believe in certain religions. Some people believe in some people. They worship them or they think that they are great human beings, and they believe in them and they challenge themselves accordingly. Like they see themselves in that person. Okay. So we're gonna focus on the second point. So, whenever I look at my classmates and everyone else, there's always this element of competition between them. And if you see that most people just they just want to be better than somebody else. They don't have this goal of being better than themselves. So, their sense of accomplishment relies on the performance of somebody else. So let's see something. Look at your classmate, somebody who is really, really successful. Do you ever see them comparing their grades with you? Do they or do they not? They do. They do. Some of them don't, but some of them do because their only goal is to see if they're better than you. But some other people, their only focus is to be better than themselves. Okay, so they don't really care if you got a 0 or 100. They know that they have to get 100 because it's for themselves. It's not for anybody else. Okay, so it does not rely, their sense of accomplishment does not rely on you. You are nothing to them. The only thing that matters is themselves. Okay, the only thing that matters. So I was in class. A professor of mine. It's really weird to hear my own voice, being repeated. It's really weird. My professor was I'm going to show you a video because we had to watch it for the class. And it was this guy, Simon Sinek or Sinek, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly, but he has a book called Start With Why. So in his speech, he talked about a lot of things. And one thing that he emphasized on was focusing on why you do something, not what you do or how you do it, but why you do it. And I guess some of you may have watched this before, watched his video. But for those of you who haven't, I highly recommend that you should. And he talked about a story of how the Wright brothers came up with the idea of the airplane. Okay, so what happened was that this guy, which I'm pretty sure that probably none of you have ever heard of him. I'll give him some credit, maybe some of you have, but Samuel Langley is a guy who was funded. He had all the resources, and the media followed him around to see if he could create this machine, an airplane. But he could not do it. And these guys, who we have all heard of, the Wright brothers, these guys created the airplane. They did not have half, or let's say, they didn't have anything from what Samuel had. But these guys had something that Samuel did not have at all. It was belief. And they believed in that. They truly believed that they wanted to do something, not for themselves alone, but for humanity. The only thing that Samuel focused on was to be famous and to be recognized. But these guys, they did it because they wanted to benefit humanity with it. And this is why you know these guys and you don't know Samuel. So basically, when I heard that speech, and I was like really inspired, because I was like, these guys made it because they had something in them. They didn't really care who other people were. They just wanted to do something to benefit humanity. And I just looked around and I immediately thought of my best friend. And I was like, okay, this guy is really successful. He's a leader. He is a true leader. Like, I see a leader in him. And he's not even a graduate. Like, he has not even graduated high school. College. Basically, he is a part of the Honor Society, and he has been chosen as the International Studies representative to represent them in the Student Association. So basically, this guy is only, I think, 21 years old or something, but he has accomplished a lot. And I saw that he had one thing that some of my other friends did not have. And that was, he truly believed in what he could do. He was like, this is a class, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna get an A. I'm gonna get an A in it, okay? He did not care about other people. He has a friend who looks at every other person's grades, but he is not as inspiring as that. So when you look at someone like that, it's not only about their achievement, it's about if they have ever inspired you. And this guy inspired me and a lot of other people. And I just want you to look at your successful friends and see what they have. Do they really care about other people? Or do they do it for themselves to be successful and just to do it because they really want to do it? It's within them. It's a belief that they really want to achieve this thing. That's why they're working for it. And their mission is making the best out of everything they have. Students amongst you, like just yesterday, I met some people, great people. Like I sound like Donald Trump. Oh my God. So basically, I met like this guy, and he designed an app, and I was like, that's really good. Like, he's only a third-year student or a second-year student, right? But he designed an app, and why did he do it? Because he loved it. Nobody forced him to do it. Nobody was like, hey, I'm gonna create an app. Want to create an app too? No. He just wanted to do it because he loved it. And he believed in it. That's why he ended up with a great app, I believe. So just think about that, okay? Just think about it. Do it for you. Don't do it for other people. Who hasn't watched this? You haven't? Okay, I'm pretty sure all of you have watched Tom and Jerry. And this is really a great example of what I'm talking about right now. This guy, his main concern is to, chase Jerry around as if he has nothing else to do. Okay, true, he's probably hungry or something. He just wants to get rid of Jerry and eat him, but that's totally fine. But this guy, he just minds his own business. He just goes around, like he goes around, he goes about his day doing nothing, and then this guy just annoys the hell out of him. I'm sorry for cursing. So basically, this guy's goal is just to do his own thing. But Tom, his main concern is to chase Jerry and eat him. But do you ever see him chase the mouse and eat him? No. Maybe there's like a fake version where he gets to eat the mouse or anything. But overall, he does not succeed because his only goal is to chase after something. He does not focus what's around him. You can see that he has chicken laying around the kitchen and he can go and eat it, but he doesn't do it. His main focus is this guy. That's why he's not, he never goes and does something good about it. So, Once you have belief, the next thing that you have to do is to challenge yourself. Because if you challenge other people, you'll probably face a lot of disappointment. But if you challenge yourself, it's you. You're the only one to blame, or you don't really need to blame anybody else for it. If you have a dream, if you want to do something, the first thing I want you to do is to eliminate the noise of competition around you. Don't look at your friends. Whatever, whatever they're doing, it doesn't matter. Do what you want to do. You have an exam the next day. It doesn't matter what your friends get. I mean, you can be you can emphasize, you can be kind and be like, oh, I want you to get high grades too, but don't let competition blind you from achieving the greater goal of getting an A in that exam. So it's important to focus on the bigger picture. If you just like I said, if you focus on competition, you will not be able to see the reason why you're even studying. I'm not gonna emphasize. Say you want to build an app, okay? I'm an IT person, so I'm just gonna go with an example. You want to build an app, and you don't really have to care about other people in that case. You just need to get help from them. You can ask them for help, but don't focus too much on what's around you. Focus on the entire thing. Why are you doing this? Why are you creating an app? Just to be known so that people would point at you and be like, oh, that guy created an app? No. Do it because you want to benefit humanity and you want to benefit yourself and make the best out of what you have. I'm sorry. This has changed my life, and I hope it changed yours. Because this sentence, I remember I was in 5th grade or something. I heard this, and that changed me completely. If you compare yourself with other people, you'll only end up with disappointment regardless of how awesome you can be. The guy that I just showed you, Samuel, he's an astronomer, and he worked on a lot of other projects, and he has some inventions as well. But his main focus in the airplane example was to be famous, so that's why he couldn't make it. But if you look at him individually, he challenged himself and he made a great thing. He made a great thing out of what he got, and you from yesterday should be proud of you. You should not compare yourself to other people. You should only compare yourself to you from yesterday. The reason why I'm here today is not because I want to be here. Actually, I want to be here. You guys are a great audience, and I met a great deal of people. But the reason why I'm here today is because I believe in what I'm saying. I truly believe that if you do something with belief within you, you can totally do it and you can nail it. You can be the best at it. And it's not only about you. When, for example, the example of my friend who's a successful student and a great lecturer and everything, he did not just do it for himself. When he made that, when he became successful, he also inspired us. He inspired us to be better and to challenge ourselves. So, taking advantage of opportunities. I have a friend, she's a classmate. She told me one thing and it really stuck with me. She was like, whenever that they offer us programs to go abroad or just apply for any internship or anything, she would apply for it even if she's not interested in it. She would take every single opportunity offered to her. And she was like, sometimes, I receive a phone call and I'm like, who is this? Why are they calling me? And they're like, oh, you applied for that job, so you got the job. Why don't you come and have an interview? We're gonna get you in. And she's like, and I see if it's good for me, and I say yes or no. But she takes every single chance and sees that, hey, does this work with me? Is this good for me? And she takes it, because you cannot just take any job offered to you, but you can try and see for yourself if you can be qualified for it, or you can manage it. So this friend, when she told me that, she just came back from MEPI. It's a program in the U.S. Like the summer before, she was there, and that means something. That means she was chosen amongst a lot of other students to be visiting the U.S., which means a lot. And the summer before it, she was in Russia with her company, because she works with an IT company. And these people have a lot of achievements, and it's because they take every single opportunity and they make the best out of them. They see if it fits them and they just go for it. I have another friend with me, she's here today. She has a lot of certificates. It's really annoying. She competes with everyone and she wins. She has a lot of certificates, and she is an exception. So I don't recommend that you should push yourself to the limit, because it can be really tiring. But just give it a try. Give the thing a try. And if you cannot handle it, back out. It's totally fine, as long as it's not something that's gonna ruin your career. So, okay. So see what's best for you. Just like I said, my exceptional friend who takes every single opportunity and makes the best out of it, gets out the certificate and nails it all, is an exception, as I said. But you should start out with just taking small steps and see how far you can go, so that you would develop yourself. And take challenges to further develop yourself. Don't just sit there anything would be. For example, I'm an IT person. I have said it 10 times by now. I would be taking IT internships or jobs, but it's nice to change and try other things as well, so that I would see if I can challenge myself and further develop myself. So I think you should do that as well. Get out of your field of education and just explore and see what you have. And also practice what you're good at. So some of you here may be artists or musicians, God knows what, maybe writers, maybe you're good at poetry. Practice it. Don't just be oh, I'm good at it. Okay, cool, that's it. No, practice it. I did that as well, and I realized that I'm talking about myself a lot. I'm sorry. But basically what I did was that I tried to draw more to see if I can see any development. And I actually did. I saw a lot of development. And I used to post it on my Instagram account so that other people would see it, so that I would be inspired to publish more and more. Some people would be waiting to see them and see where the hell is this girl going. I'm sorry again for using that word. So just practice what you're good at to further develop yourself and make the best out of it. And if that thing that you love or the passion that you have is turned into a career, that would be a great thing. Because if you love what you do and you get paid for it, who wouldn't wish for that? This is the hardest thing you can do, but this is the most beneficial. Get out of your comfort zone. You don't like waking up in the morning and going for a jog. Get up in the morning and go for a jog. Challenge yourself. Do something that you don't like. Do something that you hate the most, just to see how you can challenge yourself more and see what you can do with it. And once you do something and get out of your comfort zone, you'll be away from the routine-centered life, which can be really boring. I wake up in the morning, I get dressed, I go to uni, I take my classes, then I meet with my friends, and we laugh and joke and stuff, and I don't study for the day, which is a horrible thing to do. But if you give new things a try, for example, some people have 6 classes, and 6 classes are a lot for one semester. Your system is different, but in our system, we have 5 classes for a semester. So once we're done with the classes, we're not gonna study them again. Some students have 6 classes, which is a lot. On top of that, they are part of multiple clubs, like say the hiking club or the drama club or anything else. It takes a lot of their time, and they do it because they love to do it. And sometimes they don't really like it. You know, you're tired when you're back. I'm pretty sure you guys are tired and you had some classes. When you're tired and you just want to go home and and sleep, try not to do that. Try to get out of your comfort zone for once and try a new thing. Go and have some fun with friends, or do something that you don't like. Like, for example, you don't like to be in crowded places. Go to the bazaar or go to a speech like this, which you'll be bored by a speaker if you're not into it. Okay. Again, another friend of mine, she hated drawing. She really hated it. And she wanted to be a dentist or at least get into med school, but she didn't. She ended up going to engineering school, which basically now she's an architect. She hasn't graduated yet, but I saw her drawings and they were amazing. I say that I can draw, but I cannot draw anything compared to her. She's really good at it because she challenged herself. She got out of her comfort zone and she did something. Maybe some of you today did not like the department that you've chosen because of whatever reason that might be. But just go with it. And it's not nice at first because this is not something that you like, but just go with it and see how it goes. And I'm pretty sure you can get away with something great, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be amazing, just like how she turned into a great artist. And just look around. I'm pretty sure you're going to find other people who can be great examples. Okay. So, in the beginning of the speech, I was on my phone. I was writing something. I was not being rude. I wrote something. Dear Diary, I'm standing here in front of lots of people, most of them which I've never met in my entire life. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, this piece, this, can turn your life around. You can do a lot of things with it. You know, like our parents usually look at us and they're like, oh my God, you're on your phone, stop being on your phone, don't use your phone, stop using electronics and just go study and stuff. But you can turn this into something more than that. Not just Facebook, Snapchat, whatever. Write a lot of people write short stories on it. And also some people, I think, they've written books as well. Or read a book. You can download books, make sure they're not illegally downloaded, and read them. And you can write an article, you can publish it, you can do whatever you want on it. Or you can record a video and upload it to YouTube and benefit people with it. And it's the best thing you can do because it's really, really, really helpful. So don't just use it for Facebook and Snapchat and whatever. It's not made for that alone. Just make best use of it. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you any further. I want to play a game with you. I want you to imagine yourself as a 5-year-old. Just think about when you were 5 years old. When you were 5 years old. And imagine that the 5-year-old you is sitting next to you. Don't look at your friend who's sitting next to you. Just imagine your 5-year-old friend sitting next to you. Imagine your 5-year-old self sitting next to you. What do you see? Probably an annoying kid or, a shy kid who doesn't know what to do. I want you to to just think about this. Tell your 5-year-old you that you are here today, sitting in a conference, in a private university. You're surrounded by friends, and you're also studying, and maybe some of you are about to graduate. Tell your 5-year-old self that you have made it this far. You have come this far in life. Something that 5-year-old you may have not even thought about. Maybe the only thing that the 5-year-old you was thinking about was Tom and Jerry, but now the 5-year-old you is proud of you. And you are doing this for the sake of him or her. You have made it this far. Do what you do, not only for the people around you, not only to make your parents proud, but also do it for the 5-year-old you who was vulnerable and who was not capable of doing certain things, who was shy and was not loved by friends or was neglected. Do it for the 5-year-old you, because he or she is going to thank you for it for the rest of their lives. Thank you.